Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the east side of the Sierra Nevada in a very special place known as the Alabama Hills. I've just arrived from the coast, a short time ago, and I have about an hour and a half worth of daylight left. So I thought I would come up Whitney Portal Road to the waterfall that's located at the parking lot of Whitney Portal. And Whitney Portal, as you're going to soon see, is the area where the hikers would come to go on up to the top of Mount Whitney, which is right out in front of us here. Now, people to the left, and I'm shooting into the sun and trying to drive, so probably not a great combination here. But people tend to confuse Lone Pine Peak, which is to the left where the sun rays are coming from, with Mount Whitney, which is in the center there. And hopefully I can circle that in post-processing and show you guys what I'm talking about. So we're going to go up some switchbacks here to get up to the parking area and up to the base of the waterfall. And that's on my agenda list to get filmed and to take some photos of, hopefully this afternoon before we run out of light. Well, so much for best laid plans. As you guys can probably see, we have run into a road closed due to winter storms. I was hoping this was going to be open. It's been a couple weeks since we've last had a storm. I was I can see on the sign up above here, seasonal maintenance will open April 30th. So this is not a road, obviously, that they keep open during the winter time. So here you go. We're just off the side of Whitney Portal Road. And right in the middle there is Mount Whitney with that bright cloud just to the left of it. As I pan around, this is Lone Pine Peak, the one that people will tend to get confused because it looks higher than Mount Whitney, but the reason Whitney is the highest elevation, and you can see the elevation up on screen there. So why does it look so low compared to Lone Pine Peak? Well, Lone Pine Peak is quite a few miles in front of Mount Whitney. So factoring in the curvature of the earth, Whitney's going to look smaller as you come up on it, but that's what causes the confusion. So the light's getting really interesting as I was driving down Whitney Portal Road on these rock formations out here. So I think that's going to be my first stop. The sun is off my back right shoulder, maybe about 40 degrees. So it's not hitting it directly on, so there's a lot of depth, and I want to get that. The mountain range behind me throws a huge shadow. So this is one of the frames I've come up with, and you can see the sun is just starting to go off of that. We do have a band of clouds up over it. So good morning. We're out here at the Mobius arch, and looking right through the arch, kind of where my camera's parked there, is Mount Whitney. And the sun's going to come up back over my left shoulder here this morning. And we got a fairly clear morning, few clouds along here, but right directly above me is clear sky. And another gentleman's out here. What's your name?
Hello, my name's Jack.
Jack?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Jack and I didn't think I would be able to. I thought this would be very crowded this morning. It's a holiday today, and I think it's Martin Luther King birthday today, isn't that it?
It's today the 19th?
Yeah. Yeah, and there's a lot of people up in these mountains right now. I drove up yesterday, and it's pretty busy out here. So I didn't think I would get a spot at the arch this morning, but took a chance, and so far it's just Jack and I. So the light's coming. It's going to be here. So in about 20-25 minutes, it'll start kissing the tip. We'll see the alpenglow kiss the tip of Whitney.
Exposed, you can really
Yep.
bring out that color. Oh man, that's sweet.
Okay, so quite a morning out here at Mobius Arch. We ended up having a lot of people, but we all worked in together, and we got the light, as you could see, was just perfect. So I'm just going to film a little bit of this trail out to Mobius. Out there to kind of the left in the distance is the parking area, and it's a real easy trail to find. I would recommend, if you're going to try to do it in the dark like I did this morning, that you come out and walk it at least once. And that way you get your bearings, because if you try to kind of find it in the morning, it's going to be tough. And there's the sun coming up, obviously. And right back over behind those rocks is where Mobius is. And now the sun obviously up and over the horizon. The light goes from that nice reddish glow to just ordinary very, very quickly out here in the morning. And that's usually my key, that I'm going to shoot just some shadow and highlights, things like that. But within another half hour, it'll almost get so flushed with light that it'll be unshootable. So, great morning. Actually made it out on a holiday morning and was able to get my spot for the arch. I'm glad I got it. That's the pressure shot. Everything else and everywhere else I'm taking you, there won't be any people, or at least not a lot of people. So hope you enjoyed this portion of the Alabama Hills. If you get out, again, this is a morning shot only. The afternoons, you're shooting against the sun and it's difficult. Okay, kind of killing time this morning now, and I looked up an arch called Boot Arch, and I have yet to be out to look at it. It looks kind of cool, so I thought I would come out here. It's still fairly early in the morning. It's about 9 a.m., and but you can see it looks like the middle of the day. And I'm walking west off Movie Road, and there's a little trail I'm on. It's not marked or anything, but I think I spotted it, the arch, driving in here. It appears that I have found it, Boot Arch. And I'm going to have to pack this camera away and see if there's a way I can scurry up there. I don't know if it's going to be safe. May have to shoot it from down here. Well, if there's a will, there's a way. I have walked up to it, but I can't get wide enough with this little video cam. But you can see, if I come underneath it, there is Lone Pine Peak and Whitney. So I think this is better photographed from the bottom, and probably would be a good sunrise shoot, but like I said, I've got a better one I want to do tomorrow morning. So, but now I know where this one is at. So you can see there's quite a glow out here. We're probably still about, well, I'm gonna check my watch. We're about 15 minutes out from the first light hitting the peak up there. And I call this location Teddy Bear Rock. So if you look at these foreground rocks, to me that looks like a teddy bear sitting up there. And it's really a cool location. And then right just to the right of it is Mount Whitney. I don't think this is going to be my final comp. This will be one of many, because just to the left of the teddy bear as we're looking at it is Lone Pine Peak. So I'm thinking I'm liking this composition a little better, at least to start. You know, it's for me it's kind of a guessing game. You start with the composition you think you are going to like, and then really it's the light that's going to dictate where I'm going to move. Once the light starts hitting the peaks up there, then I will adjust and probably tighten down a composition and just play with it. So we'll get probably a good 10 to 12 minutes of the really rich saturated light as it starts to come, also known as alpenglow. This is really nice with that little cloud lit up out there. I may try to rearrange the composition. The frame's going to get a little jerky here. So once again, Lone Pine Peak to the left, the cute little teddy bear in the middle, and the Sawtooth Peak in the distance is Mount Whitney, which sits further back than Lone Pine Peak, so it's an illusion that it's not as tall as Lone Pine Peak, but it actually is. It's taller. And here comes the first light up on the tip of Whitney, and the show has begun. And that is just beautiful. Amazing, amazing light. Never gets old to see this light. And now the top of Lone Pine Peak to the left of the frame is starting to get lit. As many times as I've been out here and I've seen this light, it just takes my breath away to be standing here and see this happen. I hope you're enjoying this. It's just an incredible moment. It really is. And the whole range is lighting up. And you'll actually just be able to see the warm light. It's already starting to turn, and literally within 10 minutes it'll just go to what I call ordinary light. So we're getting towards the end of the beautiful light. It's already starting to go ordinary. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this tour around the Alabama Hills. If you ever get a chance to come out here, it's, as you can see, a photographer and a videographer's paradise, really. There's so much more to this area that you could just spend days getting lost in the area. Not literally lost, but lost in your photography and your videography. But the mornings are very special out here, as you can see. Evenings can work, sunset can work if you have some clouds up in the sky so we can get kind of that decorator cloud look. But like yesterday, I didn't even bother to, I drove right past here as I was up filming Manzanar, and it was nothing. It was blank blue sky. So you're shooting against a silhouette of a mountain, basically. But the mornings, get out here early and you'll just be blown away. So I think we're going to wrap this video up. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you on our next adventure.